Hello and welcome to Silvercare Daily, your trusted source for expert tips on senior health and well-being. Did you know that over 70% of seniors experience joint or muscle pain that significantly impacts their daily life? And here's something that might shock you. Many of these problems could be linked to something as simple as the milk you drink every day. Before we dive into the details, I want to ask you a quick favor. Please hit that like button, share this video with someone you care about, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to bring you more life-changing health tips every single week. Now, what if I told you that the milk you believe is helping your bones and muscles might actually be doing the exact opposite? That some popular milks could be silently sabotaging your strength, causing inflammation, and making joint pain worse? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stay tuned because in today's video, we're revealing the top 8 milks that harm your joints and muscles, and more importantly, what you can drink instead to protect your body and keep feeling strong at any age. So, if you're ready to take control of your health and beat joint and muscle pain naturally, let's get started. Number 8. Sweetened nut milk slowly inflames your joints and weakens your muscles. At first glance, sweetened nut milks, such as almond, cashew, or walnut milk with added sugars, might seem like a healthy and tasty alternative to traditional dairy. However, these popular beverages often contain hidden ingredients that can negatively impact your joints and muscles, especially as you grow older. The biggest problem lies in the added refined sugars. According to the American Heart Association, excessive consumption of refined sugars leads to chronic systemic inflammation, a key driver behind joint pain and muscle soreness. When sugar enters your bloodstream rapidly, it triggers an immune response that releases inflammatory molecules called cytokines. Over time, this persistent inflammation damages joint cartilage and muscle tissue, resulting in stiffness, pain, and reduced mobility in seniors. But sugar is not the only issue. Many sweetened nut milks also contain additives such as canola oil, thickeners, and emulsifiers to improve texture and shelf life. While these ingredients might seem harmless, recent studies, including research published in Nature Reviews Immunology, reveal that such additives can disrupt the delicate balance of gut bacteria and irritate the intestinal lining. This gut inflammation then amplifies systemic inflammation, creating a vicious cycle that worsens arthritis symptoms and muscle fatigue. What does this mean for you long-term? Regular consumption of sweetened nut milks laden with sugars and additives can contribute to chronic inflammation that weakens your joints and muscles. This can increase your risk of flare-ups, persistent soreness, and stiffness, which in turn decreases your quality of life and mobility. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, around 54 million adults in the U.S. suffer from arthritis, and dietary factors play a crucial role in managing symptoms and slowing progression. Have you noticed if your joint pain or muscle soreness gets worse after consuming sweetened nut milks or flavored beverages? Recognizing these patterns is a vital step toward healthier choices. For example, tennis legend Serena Williams has shared how carefully managing her diet by cutting down on sugars and processed ingredients helped her reduce inflammation and maintain peak muscle and joint health during her demanding career. While not everyone has a professional athlete's regimen, the takeaway is clear: minimizing inflammatory foods and drinks is essential for preserving joint and muscle health as we age. So, what brands of nut milk do you regularly consume? And have you ever checked the ingredient list for hidden sugars or additives? Share your thoughts and experiences below. Your insights could help others avoid common pitfalls and support their senior health journey. Number 7. Rice milk spikes your blood sugar and accelerates muscle loss. Rice milk is widely promoted as a hypoallergenic and dairy-free alternative, but it poses significant risks, especially for seniors who prioritize joint and muscle health. Despite its popularity, rice milk is primarily made from refined white rice and water, which means it is extremely low in essential nutrients such as protein, calcium, vitamin D, and important B vitamins. These nutrients are critical for maintaining bone density, joint lubrication, and muscle strength, all of which decline naturally with age. One major issue with rice milk is its very high glycemic index, GI. The GI measures how rapidly a carbohydrate-containing food increases blood sugar levels. Rice milk's high GI causes fast and sharp spikes in blood glucose, triggering a cascade of metabolic reactions that increase systemic inflammation. According to a study published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, chronic high blood sugar levels promote the release of inflammatory cytokines, which are key players in joint inflammation and pain. This is especially concerning because inflammation is a leading cause of joint discomfort, stiffness, and reduced mobility in older adults. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, reports that more than 54 million Americans suffer from arthritis or joint disorders. Managing inflammation through diet is a vital strategy to reduce symptoms and improve quality of life. Beyond inflammation, rice milk contains almost no protein, a critical macronutrient needed to maintain and repair muscle tissue. As people age, they naturally lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia, which leads to weakness and higher fall risk. The National Institute on Aging recommends increased protein intake for seniors to slow down muscle loss. Unfortunately, rice milk provides virtually no protein, which means it offers no support for muscle maintenance or recovery. Regular consumption could unintentionally accelerate muscle wasting and decrease overall strength. To illustrate, think about how well-known fitness advocates like Jane Fonda or Dr. Mehmet Oz emphasize the importance of protein-rich diets for maintaining muscle and joint health in later life. Replacing nutritious protein sources with rice milk could undermine these efforts and impair physical function over time. Have you ever noticed increased joint stiffness or muscle fatigue after switching to rice milk or other plant-based milks? How do you balance your diet to support your joints and muscles? Feel free to share your experiences in the comments. Your insights can help others make informed choices. In conclusion, while rice milk may seem like a gentle, allergen-friendly choice, its high glycemic load and negligible protein content make it a poor option for senior health. Opting for fortified, nutrient-dense alternatives is a smarter way to protect your joints and muscles and maintain an active lifestyle. Number 6. Sweetened condensed milk triggers joint inflammation and collagen breakdown. Sweetened condensed milk may seem like a harmless ingredient that adds creamy sweetness to your coffee, tea, or desserts. However, for seniors who want to protect their joint and muscle health, this seemingly innocent treat can actually do more harm than good. 1 tablespoon of sweetened condensed milk contains roughly 10 to 15 grams of added sugar, which is a substantial amount given that the American Heart Association recommends limiting added sugar intake to no more than 25 grams per day for women and 36 grams for men. Regularly consuming sweetened condensed milk can push your sugar intake well beyond these limits. Excessive sugar intake has been directly linked to accelerated breakdown of collagen, the primary structural protein found in connective tissues such as cartilage, tendons, ligaments, and muscles. Collagen provides the elasticity and strength needed for healthy joint function. When collagen degrades faster than the body can repair it, joints become stiffer, more painful, and prone to degenerative conditions like osteoarthritis. A study published in the Arthritis and Rheumatology Journal highlights how sugar molecules can bind to collagen fibers, causing them to become rigid and dysfunctional. This process is called glycation. Glycation not only impairs joint flexibility but also reduces muscle resilience, making movement painful and tiring. Moreover, sweetened condensed milk causes rapid spikes in blood sugar, which can lead to insulin resistance over time. Insulin resistance is a metabolic condition where the body's cells become less responsive to insulin, causing blood sugar levels to remain elevated. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, insulin resistance affects about 1/3 of adults in the United States and is a key contributor to chronic inflammation. Chronic systemic inflammation is a well-known factor that worsens joint pain and leads to muscle weakness and fatigue. This is because inflammation restricts blood flow and nutrient delivery to musculoskeletal tissues, impairing their ability to recover and function properly. This combination of collagen damage and insulin resistance can create a vicious cycle. Joints become more inflamed and painful, muscles grow weaker, and overall mobility declines. Have you ever noticed that after consuming sugary snacks or drinks, your joints feel itchier or your muscles tire more quickly? That's your body's inflammatory response at work. A notable example of the impact of sugar on joint and muscle health is the lifestyle change made by former U.S. President Bill Clinton. After his heart surgery, Clinton dramatically cut down his sugar consumption and reported improvements not only in his cardiovascular health but also in his joint pain and overall energy levels. His story shows that reducing added sugar intake, including sugary dairy products like sweetened condensed milk, can have broad benefits, especially for seniors concerned about preserving their muscle strength and joint function. In conclusion, while sweetened condensed milk adds a rich and tempting sweetness to many dishes, its high sugar content, harmful effects on collagen integrity, and role in promoting insulin resistance and inflammation make it one of the worst choices for seniors looking to maintain healthy joints and muscles. Opting for lower sugar, nutrient-dense alternatives can help protect your mobility and keep you feeling strong and active for years to come. Number 5. Skimmed milk deprives your joints of fat-soluble nutrients needed for repair. Many seniors turn to fat-free or skimmed milk believing it's a healthier option because it contains less fat and fewer calories. However, this highly processed milk can actually undermine joint and muscle health in ways that are often overlooked. The removal of fats strips the milk of essential fatty acids that play a critical role in the absorption of vitamin D, a nutrient vital for maintaining healthy bones and joint repair. Vitamin D helps regulate calcium absorption, and without the healthy fats found in whole milk, vitamin D's effectiveness is significantly reduced. This means that even if you consume adequate calcium through milk or supplements, your body may struggle to use it effectively. Studies from the National Institutes of Health show that insufficient vitamin D levels are linked to increased risk of osteoporosis and joint degradation, especially in older adults. Calcium without proper absorption offers little protection against bone weakening and joint inflammation. In addition, fat-free or skimmed milk is often ultra-pasteurized to extend shelf life, which involves heating the milk at very high temperatures. While this kills harmful bacteria, it also damages or destroys many beneficial enzymes and proteins. These enzymes normally aid digestion and reduce inflammation in the gut and systemically. Their loss can lead to digestive discomfort and trigger low-grade chronic inflammation, one of the key drivers of joint pain and muscle stiffness in seniors. Without these protective fats and enzymes, fat-free milk becomes harder to digest and can promote inflammatory responses that worsen symptoms in people with arthritis or muscle soreness. For example, A 2020 study published in Nutrients Journal noted that ultra-processed dairy products are linked with higher inflammatory markers in the bloodstream, which correlates with poorer musculoskeletal health. Have you ever wondered why some people experience joint pain or stiffness after consuming low-fat dairy? This could be why, because the absence of fat-soluble nutrients makes it difficult for your body to maintain and repair joint tissues effectively. Famous marathoner and health advocate Meb Keflezighi once spoke about how he includes healthy fats in his diet specifically to support muscle recovery and joint health after intense training. His experience reinforces that healthy fats are not just empty calories but crucial nutrients for musculoskeletal well-being. In summary, while fat-free or skimmed milk may seem like a low-calorie, health-conscious choice, its lack of healthy fats and damage to enzymes through processing can impair vitamin D absorption, promote inflammation, and reduce the bioavailability of calcium, all contributing to weaker joints and muscles. Seniors aiming for optimal musculoskeletal health should consider whole milk or other nutrient-rich dairy alternatives to better support their bones, muscles, and overall mobility. Number 4. Whole milk, non-organic, high-saturated fat worsens inflammation and stiffness. Conventional whole milk is widely consumed for its rich content of calcium, protein, and fat, nutrients important for maintaining bone strength and muscle mass. However, when it comes to senior health, non-organic whole milk can present some hidden dangers that may actually harm your joints and muscles over time. Firstly, this type of milk contains a significant amount of saturated fats, which are well known for their potential to increase inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is a leading cause of joint pain and stiffness in older adults. Studies by the National Institute on Aging highlight that elevated inflammatory markers such as C-reactive protein, CRP, are strongly associated with worsened arthritis symptoms and muscle degeneration in seniors. Saturated fats in conventional whole milk contribute to this inflammation, making joint and muscle recovery more difficult. Secondly, lactose intolerance tends to increase with age, affecting approximately 65% of the global adult population, according to the National Institutes of Health. For many seniors, consuming lactose-containing milk can lead to uncomfortable digestive symptoms like bloating, gas, and diarrhea. These symptoms often discourage regular milk intake, which in turn leads to reduced calcium and protein consumption, both vital for preserving muscle strength and bone density in older age. Moreover, non-organic whole milk is often sourced from cows treated with hormones and antibiotics. Although regulatory agencies set strict limits, trace amounts of these substances can remain in the milk. Some research, such as a 2019 Environmental Working Group report, suggests that these hormone residues may interfere with the body's natural hormone balance and immune response. This disruption can hinder the body's ability to repair damaged tissues and regulate inflammation, processes that are crucial for maintaining healthy joints and muscles. Consider the example of former NFL players who have reported increased joint pain after consuming conventional dairy products loaded with additives and hormones. Many have switched to organic or hormone-free milk alternatives, citing improvements in their joint comfort and muscle recovery. Another important point is that the ultrapasteurization process often used for conventional whole milk can damage beneficial enzymes and probiotics. These enzymes help with digestion and immune regulation. When they are destroyed, the milk becomes harder to digest and may contribute to gut inflammation, which is increasingly linked to systemic inflammation affecting the joints and muscles. Finally, the fat in whole milk is important for absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D, which is essential for bone and muscle health. However, A high saturated fat content and potential contaminants in conventional milk may outweigh these benefits for seniors who are already vulnerable to chronic inflammation and muscle loss. Have you noticed increased joint pain or muscle fatigue after drinking whole milk? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help others make better choices for their health. In conclusion, while conventional whole milk is nutrient-rich, its high saturated fat content, lactose issues, hormone residues, and processing methods can contribute to increased inflammation and slower recovery in older adults. For those focused on maintaining healthy joints and strong muscles, opting for organic, grass-fed, or plant-based milk alternatives might be a safer and more beneficial choice. Number 3. Hormone-treated cow's milk, linked to joint pain and autoimmune responses. Commercial cow's milk, particularly non-organic varieties, is often treated with recombinant bovine growth hormone, RBGH, a synthetic hormone designed to increase milk production in dairy cows. While this practice boosts dairy industry profits, it introduces a significant health concern, especially for seniors focused on maintaining healthy muscles and joints. Multiple scientific studies have raised alarms about the inflammatory effects of RBGH residues in milk. When consumed regularly, these hormone residues can provoke systemic inflammation, which is a major underlying cause of joint pain, muscle stiffness, and chronic musculoskeletal conditions in older adults. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, reports that nearly 50 million Americans suffer from arthritis, many of whom are seniors. Chronic inflammation exacerbated by diet, including consumption of RBGH-containing milk, can accelerate the progression of joint deterioration and muscle weakness. Furthermore, RBGH has been linked to triggering autoimmune responses. Rheumatoid arthritis, RA, a common autoimmune disorder causing painful joint inflammation and muscle loss, affects approximately 1.3 million adults in the U.S., with increasing prevalence among those over 60. Research published in the Journal of Immunology suggests that exposure to synthetic hormones like RBGH may stimulate abnormal immune activity, worsening symptoms, and increasing flare-ups in susceptible individuals. This means that consuming milk with RBGH may not only increase inflammation but could also provoke immune system attacks on your own joints and muscles. What's particularly concerning for seniors is their naturally declining ability to detoxify harmful substances. As we age, the efficiency of the liver and kidneys decreases, impairing the body's capacity to eliminate toxins, synthetic hormones, and other inflammatory agents. This slower detoxification means that hormone residues such as RBGH persist longer in the body, increasing the risk of muscle fatigue, joint stiffness, and inflammatory damage. A study by the National Institute on Aging highlights that older adults with impaired detox pathways are significantly more vulnerable to dietary toxins, emphasizing the need for cleaner nutrition choices. A powerful example comes from a 2017 campaign by the American Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, which raised public awareness about the potential risks of RBGH in milk. They encouraged consumers, especially seniors, to opt for hormone-free or organic milk to reduce inflammation and protect joint health. Their message was backed by studies showing that milk labeled RBGH-free was associated with lower markers of inflammation and better muscle function in elderly populations. Now, consider this. Have you ever checked the labels on your milk products? Are you aware if the milk you buy contains synthetic hormones? How has your joint comfort or muscle strength changed since switching to organic or hormone-free milk? Sharing your thoughts and experiences helps build a community focused on better senior health. In summary, while commercial cow's milk with RBGH may be cheaper and more widely available, its hidden impact on joints and muscles, especially in seniors, poses a significant risk. The combination of increased inflammation, potential autoimmune reactions, and reduced detoxification capacity makes hormone-treated milk a less than ideal choice for aging bodies. Choosing organic, hormone-free dairy alternatives supports reduced inflammation, better muscle preservation, and overall improved mobility and quality of life for seniors. Number 2. Artificially sweetened plant milk disrupts gut balance, leading to chronic joint pain. Artificially sweetened plant-based milks, including popular varieties like almond, soy, and oat milk labeled as sugar-free or diet, have gained widespread popularity, especially among seniors seeking to reduce sugar consumption and maintain better overall health. However, many of these products contain chemical sweeteners such as sucralose, aspartame, and acesulfame potassium, which may pose serious risks to joint and muscle health. Scientific research increasingly shows that these artificial sweeteners disrupt the delicate balance of the gut microbiome, the vast community of bacteria residing in our intestines that play a critical role in regulating systemic inflammation and immune function. A 2020 study published in Nature found that sucralose and other sweeteners significantly alter gut bacteria composition, leading to increased markers of inflammation. Since chronic inflammation is a key driver of joint pain and muscle degeneration, especially in older adults, this disruption can worsen symptoms and hinder recovery. Moreover, artificial sweeteners have neuroexcitatory properties that can overstimulate nerve cells, resulting in increased sensitivity to pain and discomfort. For seniors already battling chronic muscle soreness or arthritis-related joint pain, consumption of these sweetened milks may exacerbate symptoms, causing more frequent flare-ups and longer recovery times. This subtle yet persistent pain amplification is often overlooked but can severely impact quality of life and mobility. Despite their sugar-free or low-calorie labels and their marketing as healthier alternatives, these products carry a hidden cost. The Arthritis Foundation warns that chronic, low-grade inflammation fueled by diet, including artificial additives, can accelerate cartilage breakdown and contribute to muscle atrophy. This combination can lead to decreased joint flexibility and muscle strength, increasing the risk of falls and injuries in seniors. A compelling example comes from athletes and public figures who have reported increased joint stiffness and muscle cramps after consuming artificially sweetened beverages and foods. Although anecdotal, their experiences align with emerging clinical evidence, underscoring the need for caution when choosing sugar substitutes, especially for vulnerable populations. Here's a question for you. Have you noticed any changes in your joint or muscle comfort when switching to sugar-free or artificially sweetened plant-based milks? How do you balance the desire to reduce sugar with the potential hidden impacts of these additives on your senior health? In conclusion, while artificially sweetened plant-based milks may seem like a convenient way to reduce sugar intake, their disruptive effects on gut health and the resulting increase in systemic inflammation suggest they may do more harm than good for your muscles and joints. For optimal senior health, choosing natural, unsweetened plant-based milks or other nutrient-rich alternatives is a safer path to support joint flexibility and muscle strength. Number 1. Unfermented soy milk blocks mineral absorption, weakens bones and muscle recovery. Unfermented soy milk is commonly promoted as a healthy, plant-based alternative to dairy, but for seniors, it may pose unexpected risks to joint and muscle health. One of the main concerns is its high content of phytates and enzyme inhibitors, natural compounds found in raw soybeans that act as anti-nutrients. These substances significantly block the absorption of critical minerals such as magnesium, calcium, and zinc, which are essential for maintaining strong bones and healthy joints. For older adults, Mineral absorption is already less efficient due to aging digestive systems, so consuming foods rich in phytates can worsen this issue. According to the National Institutes of Health (NIH), long-term consumption of high-phytate diets without proper preparation methods, like fermentation or soaking, can lead to mineral deficiencies that contribute to bone fragility, joint pain, and muscle weakness. These effects make unfermented soy milk particularly problematic for seniors suffering from osteoporosis or arthritis, conditions that affect millions worldwide. In fact, the World Health Organization estimates that over 200 million people suffer from osteoporosis, many of whom are seniors relying on proper nutrition to manage their symptoms. In addition to mineral absorption problems, unfermented soy contains high levels of isoflavones, plant compounds that mimic estrogen and can interfere with hormonal balance. Hormones like estrogen and thyroid hormones play critical roles in muscle repair, inflammation regulation, and joint health. Disruption of these hormones can lead to delayed muscle recovery, increased inflammation, and greater joint stiffness. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Endocrinology highlighted that excessive intake of unfermented soy isoflavones might negatively affect hormone-sensitive tissues, especially in older adults with pre-existing inflammatory conditions. Anecdotal evidence from seniors who consume unfermented soy milk daily shows reports of increased joint discomfort and persistent muscle soreness. For example, some patients with rheumatoid arthritis noted worsened flare-ups after switching from fermented soy products to unfermented soy milk, emphasizing the difference in how the body processes these foods. Here's a question for you to consider. Have you ever noticed a change in your muscle strength or joint pain after increasing your soy milk intake? Do you know if the soy milk you drink is fermented or unfermented? For seniors concerned about joint and muscle health, choosing fermented soy products such as miso, tempeh, or natto can be a safer alternative. Fermentation reduces phytate levels and enhances the bioavailability of minerals, promoting better absorption and less inflammation. In summary, while unfermented soy milk might seem like a nutritious choice, its high phytate content and hormonal effects can negatively impact senior health, particularly by impairing joint and muscle function. Understanding these risks and opting for nutrient-rich, properly processed alternatives can help protect your bones and muscles as you age. Thank you so much for watching this important video on how some common milks could be harming your joints and muscles as you age. Remember, senior health is a journey, and every small change you make today can lead to big improvements tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends or family who might benefit from these insights. Your support helps us create more valuable content tailored specifically for senior health needs. Don't forget to subscribe to Silvercare Daily and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our weekly tips to keep your joints flexible and your muscles strong. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us which milk you're thinking of cutting out or what healthy swaps you're excited to try. Your stories inspire others in our community to take charge of their health too. Remember, taking care of your joints and muscles isn't just about avoiding pain, it's about reclaiming your independence and living life to the fullest. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video here on Silvercare Daily.